In this video, I'm gonna help you transform your relationship with money, because all of us have a story with money that's very personal. For a lot of people, money is a loaded subject. It's a source of worry and anxiety and pressure. When you have money, things are great, but when you lack it, life can be really tough. For a long time, money was attached to worthiness for me. When I had money, I felt good about myself, my business was going well and so on. And the moment I didn't have money, or things were not going so well, and the business wasn't doing so well, it will create a lot of anxiety, a lot of scarcity, and it will affect the quality of my life so much, until I did an exercise that completely shattered a lot of the belief that I had, that actually made me aware of my subconscious relationship that I had with money. A lot of the belief that we pick up with society and our parents and our experiences regarding money and so on, and what it means to every single one of us. And the exercise is very simple. And I want you to do it with me right now. You can pause this video, you can follow along, whatever works for you and so on. But it's a very simple, very short exercise that I want you to do right now that can answer some beautiful question about what does money really represent to you subconsciously, right? Imagine wherever you are right now, imagine that money enters the room, right? And money looks like a person. Money looks like a person, enters the room and starts walking towards you. It's looking at you. What does money look like as a person? Become very aware. Notice the first thing that comes to your mind. Notice if it's a man, a woman. Notice the energy. Notice how it makes you feel. Notice as money is coming closer and closer to you. What does that feel like? What is the first thing you want to do? What are the thoughts that go through your mind? Like, really take some time to be aware of whatever comes up, whatever your subconscious mind brings up in terms of feelings or mental picture or thoughts. Write it down. And when money gets even closer and closer and closer, notice the feeling, notice the sensation, notice what it looks like. Okay, that's it. That's the exercise. Here is the first thing that happened. The first time I did this exercise was a couple of years ago, but here is the first time I did it. This is what happened. A big, gigantic man come in. Like one of those like typical gangsters you see in a movie, like massive guy, big muscles, super intimidating. Like the person walked in the room could barely fit to the freaking room, right? To the freaking door. And instantly I felt intimidated. I felt afraid. I felt like pushed back. I felt like I wanted to run away, right? And the closer the person was coming, the more I wanted to run away. I was so uncomfortable, right? So it was loaded with that intimidation. It was loaded with that fear. It was loaded with that deep contraction. So that was subconsciously some of the beliefs, some of the things that were attached to money, because the subconscious mind works with symbols. So that imagination, whatever the story, whatever the image, whatever the feeling you notice, is a symbol from your subconscious mind to make you aware of certain aspects of your current relationship with money that you need to work on. So this was the first time I did that exercise. And then down the track, I don't know how long after that and so on, I did it again. And this time a beautiful woman came in, like one of those 10 out of 10, like super hot and so on. And she was walking closer and closer. And the feeling was that feeling of neediness, not lust, but neediness. I want her, but it's too far out of reach. There's no way I can have her. Like, please notice me, please give me some attention kind of thing, right? It was that neediness. The feeling was really representing that neediness. There's something there that I really want, but I'm lacking. I'm not having it. I'm not good enough to get it, right? Or money is just completely indifferent to me. And again, completely different experience. So now I had to deal with that belief. Now I had to become aware that, okay, well, there's a certain neediness. And you know what? It was true. If I was honest with my life at that time, both times, this was really how I felt about money most of the time, especially when I was being triggered. So this was for me, like there's a neediness, there's a feeling, there's a belief that it's never enough, that money doesn't care, that money is far out of reach and so on. So I had to work on my relationship with money, those associations, my thoughts and so on, until I started to constantly change the story and change my energetic resonance and relationship with money. Because now money looks like a knight, a knight, like, like one of those knights, like who's just standing there and like ready for, just tell me what you want kind of thing. And this is like kind of the relationship, but the knight is still stubborn. So I still know there's other layers to go about it, but at least now it doesn't feel like threatening, it doesn't feel intimidating, it's there to serve, and yet I still need to convince it. So there's still another layer to go about it. Does that make sense? But as you go through that exercise, I really hope that you can get that awareness of what is it subconsciously that your subconscious mind wants you to be aware, that symbol or the energy or the belief that is still there, or the thought or whatever is triggering in you. And then reflect. Whatever came in through that little exercise, reflect. How is that relevant to my life? How is that relevant to my financial situation? How is that relevant to how I feel, what I'm creating, what I want to create in my life, and how I want my finance and my money life to be, right? Your subconscious mind works through symbols. Doing those simple exercises can reveal a lot of information, especially if you reflect on that and if you start working to change that relationship with money. So I hope this simple video and this simple exercise can bring you what you want in your life, guys. And look, if you're struggling with this, if you don't know how to get started, how to break free through those mental limitations and those things that create scarcity in your life, you can book a one-on-one session down with me, and together we can dissolve whatever belief, whatever projection, and transform your relationship with money to welcome abundance. The link is down in the description. I will see you next time. Be well.